Alright, everybody, welcome to a special Second Amendment episode of The Dan Dawson Show. And why, if you're a gun owner or a pro-Second Amendment advocate, you can't trust the mainstream media. So I caught this story coming through on one of the gun groups I belong to, right? It was about the city of Philadelphia. See, what they're asking citizens to do now, law-abiding citizens, mind you, is to go through their house. Do you have a gun? Bring it, turn it in. Because there's a spike in gun violence. And those guns might fall into the wrong hands. You mean the wrong hands of the serial rapists, the repeat burglaries, and of the violent predators and felons that you let out repeatedly in your Democrat-controlled cities. It's ridiculous. They continue to attempt to disarm the law-abiding American citizen while repeatedly letting out violent offenders, and then tell you, bring in your gun because these violent offenders we let out might break into your house. You know, never mind if they could break into your house, not only steal your gun, rape, murder you and your wife and kids, but that doesn't concern them, see? It's just the guns. And ask yourself this, why do they want your guns so bad? You're a law-abiding citizen, you don't bother anybody. Most of us keep our guns in safes for safety and because they're very valuable. So why do they want them so bad? You really got to ask yourself that question. And it's not like they're being secretive about it, but mainstream media is. Because mainstream media knows that's a no-sell point right now. That's a no-sell point. You'd have to be dumb as a box of rocks to witness a crime spike and go and turn in your only means of self-protection. Because they're defunding the police, so they're not coming. So what are you going to do? If somebody breaks in your house and intends to hurt your wife and kids, steal your property. I even saw this Facebook meme. If someone breaks into your house and you shoot them, that means you value your material stuff more than you value human life. You're in my house. I don't know what the hell you're going to do. So I'm not going to take any chances. And if you come in my house illegally, I'm going to stack bodies. It just is what it is. I'm going to defend myself. But you can't trust mainstream media. See, they're hiding it. Because I got the news story out of Philadelphia on one of my gun groups. But I'm looking through my news feed. I'll look through it right now again, just in case I missed it. But I'm looking at, I have the Microsoft news feed. So on U.S. News, anything about the Philly? Nope. 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 Let's see now. Nope. Let's go to World News. I know it won't be there. Nope. Pandemic, coronavirus. Let's go to politics. It should be in politics, right? You would think it would be in politics. Nope. Postmaster General. Jill Biden, Bill Clinton, AOC, and share where to speak. Who cares? They're all going to speak about grabbing your guns. They can all bite my ass. Crime. If you think it would be in crime, right? No. Prison psychologist monitoring Maxwell. Survivors address Golden State Killer in court. Investigation finds substantial abuses of desecration and handling of the Juicy Smollett case. That was funny when Dave Chappelle said it. Juicy Smollett. But there's a reason they hide this from you. Because they don't want you to know. See, the Democrats get on stage and they're loud about it and everything. Yeah, we're going to take the politicians, we're going to take your guns. Because they're out of touch with mainstream America, see. Because now what you're seeing in these same cities, spikes in crime, Seattle, Portland, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, all Democrat-run cities. Well, if there's a spike in crime and you have protests and people are burning down buildings, and like in Seattle, going to people's houses at 2 in the morning with a big mob demanding you leave your house. Say, I demand you catch this lead I'm about to throw out of my house. And they're so secretive and just, they don't want you to know. See, the mainstream media knows that if you know they're coming for your guns, that's going to influence your vote. I got accused of being a one-issue voter. Yes, you're damn right, especially when that issue is you taking away my ability to defend myself and my family. Forget a gun. The way things are going, Los Angeles can't even provide power to its people. What if you have to go out and hunt? What you going to do that with? Bow and arrow, hatchet. Just saying. We'll run down a deer, run down a buck. The So no, don't trust mainstream media. Keep a close eye on them. Join a couple of gun groups, NRA, USCCA, people that talk about what's going on with gun rights. You got to keep those. So I'll never vote for an anti-gun politician, especially not anti-gun politicians who are surrounded by Capitol Police, the same police departments they want to defund. I have this real great idea about how not to defund the police, but how to place them where they're needed. See, we'll just get rid of the Capitol Police. We'll move them to police departments. I think DC, Washington DC, already has a high rate of crime. So let's take the Capitol Police, put them on the streets, put them in detective roles, and you protect yourselves. Because you don't think it's necessary that I have a gun to protect me and my family. Just go protect yourselves for a while. Let's see how that works for you. So anyway, this is a special Second Amendment episode of the Dan Dawson Show. I appreciate all you who subscribe and tune in. Remember, you can catch me on Facebook, YouTube. I won't do Twitter because Twitter is a hellhole, shithole trap. I am working on a podcast, so with my guy Dr. Fax, and in an upcoming episode, I'm going to have on Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan was the forensic psychologist for the Los Angeles Police Department for a large amount of time. So he's going to be on a later episode that'll probably, hopefully, be posted tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But remember, protect your Second Amendment rights. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate you guys. One love, peace. You know what? I used to do that. One love, God, family, and guns.